Welcome to your News Ticker Central, your place for technology and gadget top lists, must-haves and reviews. Asus ZenBook UX325JA review. Asus has just released its new Ultrabook modules, the main goal of which is to provide users with the longest possible battery life while maintaining a sufficient level of performance. No joke, the claimed battery life under certain conditions can reach an impressive 22 hours. The most important thing is that now laptops on 7nm mobile AMD Ryzen 4000 processors have very serious competitors. One of the first signs was the Asus ZenBook UX325JA model on a 10nm quad-core, 8-thread, Intel Core i7-1065G7 processor with a typical power consumption of 15 watts. Packaging. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA comes in a compact cardboard box with a plastic carry handle. The box is designed in a minimalistic style, no bright inserts or excessive information, and the model name and serial number can be found on a sticker at the end of the box. The laptop included only a power adapter with a cable and a short adapter from the USB Type-C port to a combined audio jack. In other configurations, there may be a protective envelope case and another adapter from the USB Type-A port to the RJ45 network port. Appearance and ergonomics. The new Asus ZenBook UX325JA is available in two colors, pine gray and lilac, Miss Lilac. We were given the first option for testing, although its color can hardly be called pure gray, rather it is dark gray with a metallic sheen. The laptop is made in the best traditions of compact Asus models and measures only 304x203x13.9mm and weighs just over 1.1 kilograms. ZenBook UX325JA design is concise but not boring. The laptop lid is made of thin metal and features a pattern of concentric circles that radiate from the Asus logo. Everything looks modern and stylish. The bottom panel is made of plastic and has a long ventilation grille, 2 acoustic grills on the sides and 4 rubber stands of the same size. The bottom panel has beveled edges on 3 sides, which visually makes the laptop even lighter. This is especially clearly seen from the front, where there are no connectors and buttons. On the back of the laptop, you can see the hinges, 2 small rubber stops next to them and a long ventilation grille. On the side edges of the case, you can find an HDMI video output, 2 Thunderbolt 3, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C ports, a microSD card reader, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port, and a pair of indicators. As you can see, in terms of ports, the Asus ZenBook UX325JA is almost everything you need. Perhaps one more USB Type-A port is missing, since the only port will be occupied by a mouse, and then there will be nowhere to plug in a traditional flash drive. The opening angle of the laptop lid is 150 degrees. At the same time, thanks to the exclusive Ergo lift hinge mechanism, the rear of the case is raised, the angle of the keyboard becomes more comfortable for the hands, improves ventilation, and also improves sound quality. Note that Ergo lift hinges are used in many Asus notebook models. Input devices. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA uses a membrane keyboard with 16x13 main keys. The keys are slightly concave, which makes pressing them a little more tactile than flat ones. There is no digital block, but on the right, the developers have placed the power keys, home, page up, page down and end in a column. The key travel is 1.4mm, so there is more keyboard feedback than notebooks with 1.2mm key travel. The clicks are very soft and almost silent. A line of function keys measuring 15x7mm is located at the top. The keyboard has switchable backlighting, and it even has 3 levels, but even at the maximum 3rd level it cannot be called bright. Asus ZenBook UX325JA has a classic 130x66 2-button touchpad, but there are also variants with the more functional number pad 2.0. In the upper part of the display frame there is an integrated HD camera with the possibility of working in the infrared spectrum and a pair of microphones. Screen. The width of the side segments of the display bezel is 4.4mm, but since their edges are beveled, they visually look even smaller. The top of the bezel is 6.5mm wide and the bottom is 12.9mm. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA laptop uses a 13.3-inch IPS matrix with a resolution of 1920x1080. The outer surface of the matrix is black, hard and semi-matte. There is no special anti-reflective coating or filter, and there is no air gap. With AC or battery power and manual brightness control, its maximum value was a very decent 415 CD per square meter. The maximum brightness is high, so it will be possible to work outdoors on a clear day with a laptop with relative comfort, if you are at least not in direct sunlight. Assembly components. Removing the one-piece bottom panel of the laptop reveals that the largest part of its internal layout is reserved for the battery, while the motherboard with the components got a little more than a third of the internal volume. The Micron 2200 FABA 1T0TCK model is covered on top with an aluminum heat spreader plate with a thermal pad, which for some reason was not enough for the entire area of the SSD. The drive life specified in the specifications is 300 TBW, and MTBF is at least 2 million hours. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA is equipped with the modern Intel AX201D2W wireless adapter, operating in the 2.4 and 5 GHz frequency bands, with 160 MHz channel width, and supporting Wi-Fi 6, 802.11ax, as well as 2x2 MIMO mode. Sound. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA speakers are built into the bottom of the case and tuned by Harman Kardon. The stereo system is called Asus Sonic Master, based on the Realtek chip, has an intelligent amplifier and supports surround sound. Headphone output and microphone input are implemented with an adapter from the USB Type-C port. Cooling system. The cooling system of the Asus ZenBook UX325JA uses a single heat pipe running from the processor to the heatsink and a fan at that heatsink. Cool air is sucked in by the fan from below and thrown back. Heating. Working with the keyboard is comfortable under maximum load, since in fact only the place under the left wrist is heated and which is very weak. But keeping the laptop on your lap is unpleasant, since the heating above the left knee on the bottom is very significant. The power supply does not heat up much, which is not surprising, since the maximum consumption under load, we saw 45W, lasts a very short time, after which the laptop overheats, the processor skips clock cycles and resets frequencies, and the power consumption from the outlet drops dramatically. Battery life. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA comes with a 65 watts 82,129,320 power adapter. It features a nearly 2 meters long USB Type-C cable that can be plugged into either of the two ports on the left side of the laptop. This adapter should charge the laptop's built-in 67 watt-hours, 4220 mAh, lithium polymer battery from 0 to 60% in just 49 minutes. Conclusion. The Asus ZenBook UX325JA is primarily a combination of a stylish and compact body, low weight and excellent autonomy. If someone thinks that at the same time Asus had to make some compromises in terms of performance, then this would be a mistake, since the hardware in the laptop is quite fast. The main thing is not to take the version with 8 GB of RAM, since it will no longer be possible to increase it. Here is a fast and economical Intel processor, an ultra-fast SSD, a modern Wi-Fi 6 wireless adapter capable of surprising sound and Thunderbolt 3 interface. Add to this a high-quality display with high brightness, a microSD card reader, and also more convenient for printing than other Asus laptop models have a keyboard. That's all for now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.